Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Joe K. It's itsJoeKMusic, and today we're going to be talking about, you guessed it, we're talking about rap contests today. So please make sure to share this video, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's itsJoeKMusic. I appreciate everybody who's been tuning in. Let's get right to it because I don't like to beat around the bush. People have been asking me for the last month or so if I thought the King of the Beats 3 contest was rigged. I think it's an interesting question, and I think it takes a little bit diving into to fully understand how this rap contest went down and how several other rap contests that have come before and after that contest have gone down. And I think there's pros and cons to these things. I think that rap contests have good, rap contests have some bad to them. And when it comes right down to it, one of the key things that I've seen across the board with many of these contests out there is that it's really a lot of personal preference, right? You're going to have judges in some of them are straight voting, some of them are popularity contest. Really, what my favorite approach is a panel. So when these contests have panels on them or a series of different judges, I feel like you typically get some of the best results. One thing about the KOTB contest that I liked was that it was a panel. There were, I believe, 3 judges, Loose Logic, Trunxks, who was the host, and one other guy who makes YouTube videos about cooking noodles or something. I don't know. But regardless, the 3 of them were to determine who was the winner of this contest. And once it was determined, it was going to be announced in a top 10, hopefully getting narrowed down to a top 5 and ultimately, the winners of the contest. And there was a lot of debate about who the winner of the contest should have been. For most of you that were paying attention, you all know Rich Warren was your winner. And everybody after him was pretty pissed off. One person that didn't make the list was this freaking scrub who goes by the name Joe K. Dude didn't even make the top 10. That guy freaking sucks. He's garbage. He's freaking garbage. But I digress. So let's go ahead and jump right into this because I feel like the list that we saw here compared to the list that has been floating around out there, they seem to differ a little bit. But let's take a closer peek here at what's going on. As you guys see here, these are the top 10 for the contest. We have Rich Warren, Coulter, a name that I can't even pronounce, That Kid Cry, Ron Solomon, I don't know, Tory Trunxks, Pure Verb, Tay Quiz, Chill Will Jr., and Six Soul. Not a bad list if you ask me. I don't look at that list and immediately just think that everybody on this list is 100% trash. I don't feel that way at all. I think that every rapper that went into this contest, and I believe there were like 40 to 50 entries into this contest, and I'm sure that every single rapper went into this contest thinking, I'm gonna win this thing. I'm gonna be at least top 10, right? Especially when there's only 40 some rappers. If you don't have that mindset, then I gotta ask you, what are you even doing in the contest in the first place? So I can't fault anybody for that. Did I feel like I should have been on the top 10? Absolutely. But I believe that all 40 some entries should have felt the same way, right? Because that's why there's judges. The judges are the ones that determine it, not the rappers that are participating, because they're going to have bias towards their own art, right? It's very hard to be subjective about the stuff that you're doing yourself and the stuff that you're putting out there. And so when these contests come out and a rapper gets instantly pissed off at whatever the top 10 list is, and it's inevitable, like there's no winning for the guys that are putting these contests on, like Trunxks, like bless that man, because the amount of scrutiny that he has gotten after this contest came out, particularly this one, I'm sure it was the same for every other one, but particularly this one, I feel like there's a lot of talent in this one. People were really going at him. And do I feel like it was justified? I feel like people had a right to question. Absolutely. I also feel like things could have been done a little bit differently. You know, side note, I like Trunxks. I like Trunxks beats. I think they're fire. I think he's a great producer. I think he's a good businessman. I have nothing but positive things to say about Trunxks when it comes to any of those things that I just listed off here. If I were to give any constructive criticism about the contest, I would say a couple of things. One, there was very minimal promotion of all the people that entered this contest. Like, it was basically, here's your beat, go rap to your beat, and you'll hear back from me in, a month and a half or whatever, when I announce the winner. Oh, here's your top 10. Here's your winner. Merry Christmas. Have a good day. I feel like he could have milked that a little bit more for both himself and for all of the people that entered the contest. I just feel like there could have been a more community approach to this. I feel like the rappers were kind of left on their own to kind of formulate their own community within the contest themselves. And usually that's, hosted by the host of the contest, and that just wasn't really happening. And I see people, for those of you that are joining live right now, people are throwing in some comments about different contests that are out there. And there are some great contests that have been out there in the past. The Funk Volume one was always a fun one to watch. That always had a lot of premium content coming out of it. Some people are talking about the competition for Clifton's heart. So, there's a lot of good stuff. And like I said, based on even some of the comments that are in here, there was a lot of good that came from this, but I really feel like Trunxks could have done more to promote the contest once it actually got going. And once people started entering, maybe sharing all the entries, cross promoting and things like that. The other thing that I didn't really particularly like about the contest, and this was maybe just a personal thing for me, but when I make a song or I enter a contest, I want to be able to do something with that material. I don't just want to make a song just for making a song for a contest and have to throw it away and not be able to put it on, Spotify or monetize it on YouTube or do anything with it. I had to reach out personally to Trunxks to be like, hey man, can we get the beat license available so that I can put this on Spotify when this is all said and done, regardless of if I win, right? I didn't know at the time if I was going to win or lose, but that didn't really matter to me. I made a song, I put a lot of effort into it, and I wanted to put it out there for the world forever. So getting that option to lease the beat right away, you can give it a free option if people don't want to pay, so you don't have to exclude people. I think that's a mistake some of these contests make, is you have to pay a fee to license the beat. I don't feel like maybe that's the best route, but totally up to Trunxks, right? Or whoever's hosting the contest. But I feel like it was a missed opportunity early on, and we could have had an option to pay a little bit more, right? More profits for Trunxks, better product for the people entering the contest. It just improves the overall quality of the contest at this point to be able to get stems. Let people buy and purchase a premium track out of the instrumental. That way we can truly be as creative as we possibly can. And maybe this was an option earlier on before I had reached out and I just didn't realize it. But again, it goes along with the whole promotion thing. I should have known if this option was available before, but I don't believe it was. I'm fairly certain it was only after I had reached out that this became an option on his BeatStars page. So go trunk that out. Go check that out. It's Trunxks on BeatStars, and he has a bunch of beats available. Let's get back though to this list, because I feel like this list that we're about to see is it's interesting because, like I said, there was a panel of judges. 100% subjective. Everybody has their opinions, and there's always going to be pissed off rappers. I think those are the things that we've determined at this point, right? So taking a look at the list again, here it is. Now, I was kind of hesitant to share this next list because I didn't quite know how to feel about it, but since it's already been out there, I'm going to go ahead and share it anyways. This list that I'm about to show came from one of the 3 judges, and it's kind of been circulating out there. Let's take a gander. So, as you can see here, this is the list. It is different from this list, right? And I think one of the keys here are these first two people, right? Coulter, Rich on this one, Rich Warren, Coulter on this one. And this to me was pretty interesting. And the reason why this list in particular was interesting to me was because it came directly from one of the judges. And the problem with that, right? And look, I'm sure he's going to get some flack for this, because I'm sure he's been getting flack for this, the guy that shared this list. I applaud the fact that he shared the list, because the problem that I see with these rap contests is there's no transparency, or very little transparency. If you're going to have a rap contest like this, and you're going to have a panel of judges that are going to tell you and determine who the winner is, I feel personally that you should share who each one of the judges voted for and which order they voted for people in, and what was the final outcome, and how did you get to your final list, right? Some people are going to feel like, well, I shouldn't have to justify this because it's my contest and I can pick whoever I want. Well, you kind of give up that right when you bring in other judges. So I'm sure for this contest that was part of it. I would hope that there was some live collaboration between all three of the judges. I don't know. I would love to hear from Trunxks or Loose Logic, or I believe it was like GXF Graphics, or the Noodle guy, or whoever that other person was. I would love to hear from those three to see what was that conversation like. Did the three of you actually get together, share your list, and all three of you saw everybody's list and came together and saw this? I'm very, very curious about that. And that's the part that I feel like hurt this contest the most. It was the lack of full transparency. With all of that said, and to get to the meat and potatoes of this entire video, I don't feel like the winner was far off at all. And I could actually justify why Trunxks had Rich Warren winning the contest. Would I have picked Rich Warren? No. I think Coulter slightly out-edged him on a creative front, and I would have had him on my top, three people of winning this contest. But I think it was really close. Like, the second I heard Rich Warren's and the second I heard Coulter's, I thought to myself, they got to be top three, right? It's going to be Joe K and everybody else. but seriously, I'm sitting there looking at that, and I'm like, these two guys, they got to be in the top three, or at least the top five in my book. And one of them's, got to be a real close winner in all this, because the quality of their song was good. A lot of people disagree, and that's fine. To answer the question of, do I feel like this contest was rigged? No, I don't feel like it was rigged. I don't feel like it was rigged at all. The reason I say that is because there were only 43 entries, and I'm pretty darn sure that they probably heard every single one of them, or at least heard every single one that was of decent quality that people put out. So everybody crying that, they didn't win, or the person they thought didn't win, go home, man. Because, Trunxks is on the sauce, but you're on the sauce. So, look, at the end of the day, it really does come down to personal preference on these things when you have judges. Like it or hate it. I was, of course, all up in my feelings when this came out, because I felt like I had a pretty solid entry. But, clearly, this particular judge, I wasn't even top 10 on here. I think the thing that hurt me was I didn't do 3 verses. Trunxks said that I saw him on Instagram saying that there was a minimum of 2 verses, needed, but there weren't really rules to this. And ultimately, I think that's what hurt me. I could have had a 3rd verse in there, and maybe that would have put me on the top 10. At the end of the day, I don't know. All I know is that I put out a quality product, and it's going to live forever on Spotify. until my lease expires in, 5 years or 10 years or whatever he has on there in that contract, which is a whole different story that we should probably talk about. But, hey, it is what it is. What do you guys think? What did you guys think about the King of the Beats 3 contest? And what do you guys think of other rap contests? I think it's very, very interesting when these rap contests come out, because all of them are done differently. This one had a panel, and like I said, other rap contests do different things. But go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's JoeKMusic. For those of you tuning in live, I really do appreciate this. It's great to have you here. I'm going through the chat right now. Joe K for president. I can 100% support that crap. Take quiz, man. Make it happen. Make it happen. I see I got Talina Marie in the chat. Shout out to her. Who else is in here? Oh, Be the Knowledge. Be the Knowledge just popped in. Past winner of the KOTB contest. Shout out to him. Last I checked, though, he was killed, never to be resumed. Never to be exhumed. Life never to be resumed. I don't know. Some freaking genius lyricist came up with that crap. Shout out to that guy, though. And shout out to all the past winners. This contest is really growing year over year. This year, I feel like there was some top-notch talent in here. So hopefully next year, when this comes out, we can make some of those improvements. So just to recap, Trunxks, if you're watching this, man, please, next year, allow us to get a premium lease, or give us the stems for free, whatever one works for you. But allow us to purchase a premium lease with no expiration date that we can get the track outs for and really go to work on this and be as creative as possible and put out as high quality product as we possibly can. I think a lot of us rappers would really appreciate that. The other thing, if you decide to go, the panel route again, please be transparent with that crap. Show us the list of who voted for who. That way we don't have to have all these stupid side arguments and conversations and people whispering in the shadows about whatever, which, hey, maybe that's part of the allure to it all, right? Trunxks, I feel does a pretty good job of staying out of the drama. He and that goes to his business sense. And I have to applaud him for that. He does a pretty good job of staying out of all of the drama. And hey, maybe only listing, the winners. I'm seeing people in chat say that. That's possible too. But I think this gives hope to other rappers, right? People look for that validation, and these top 10 lists and these top 5 lists and things like that. They definitely, they give that validation that so many people are looking for. And that's part of the, the allure of these contests. We get to meet different rappers. We get to hear our peers and what they're bringing to the table. We can find potential collaborations and things like that. But, at the end of the day, I feel like it's whatever you make of it, right? You can be bitter and angry that you didn't get the top 10. That freaking scrub Joe K didn't. F that guy. Or you can look at it hey, I had an opportunity to connect and network with a lot of different people. I put out a quality product that I'm proud of. Yeah, it's disappointing, of course, not to make the list or not to win. And quite frankly, I don't give an F about a top 10 list. I'm either in the money or I'm out of the money. And once I know I'm out of the money, I couldn't care less about what's going on, to be quite honest with you. One thing that I saw from this too in closing here is they are going to be doing some kind of a cipher. So I want to take the time to promote that because I feel like a lot of people don't even know that. Because again, maybe it's too early. Maybe I'm speaking out of pocket here. But this is coming from the rumor mill here. But I'm hearing about a Trunxks cipher with a lot of the past winners. People are commenting that in the live stream right now. So again, these are great opportunities to self-promote your brand when you're hosting these kind of contests. Take advantage of that, man. Don't feel bad for doing that and try to milk it for all it's worth. you're putting out a quality product. You have a boatload of beats on there. I'm sure you made lots of money off of selling beats during the contest period. I would hope so anyways. Otherwise, what the F are we doing with our lives here? But I think this is a great opportunity for Trunxks, and it's a great opportunity for other rappers, like I said, to network with each other and be a part of a community. So let's continue that community feel to this. I'm feeling really good about 2021 right now. I feel like everybody should have gotten something out of this video. Like I said, I got something out of this contest other than just the pain and agony of not placing on the top 10 list that we have over here. But, you know, who am I? Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video. I'm going to be doing a lot more in the future here. I may even touch on some future rap contests that I've been hearing about. We'll kind of see, you know, where that goes. But again, I cannot thank you guys enough. It was great meeting everybody through this contest. See you guys next time. My name's Joe K. It's Joe K Music. And don't forget, it's just another day in the underground.